And we're back here live from Papa's The Race Review. I'm Steve Hurst, my co-host and sidekick Mike Garrity here.
Sidekick, I like that.
You like that sidekick,
That's
huh?
cool.
Yeah, he likes that.
Like a superhero.
All right, yeah. Anyways, we're back here at Papa's Hot Dogs in Mooresville, home of the $5 lunch, the best lunch you can get in town. And we got a guy here who runs some local tracks here named Nick Hoffman, and he's drives like an open wheel modified car. But how many horsepower you got in that, Nick?
We're running about 600 horsepower around here on a little, a little hard tire. So it really got to manhandle it and hustle it, and it was real fun.
Cool. And you're running it where, at Ray Everham's new track?
Everham's place down there in Lincoln and East Lincoln Speedway. Then we'll run down in Gastonia at Carolina Speedway, and that's about around here. And then we'll travel all over the United States this year and next year.
And now, where did you race last year at?
Last year we were at East Lincoln too, and then we ran Eldora at the end of the year, Tony Stewart racetrack.
Nice.
And Schrader's track at I-55 we ran there too.
Cool.
So just trying to get experience on as many different types of racetracks as possible.
Now, do you want to stay in dirt racing, or you want to get to asphalt, or?
We're gonna progress to asphalt again soon, but right now I'm having a bunch of fun doing the dirt stuff.
Now,
and
when you do go to asphalt, you have to cut down on the horsepower a little,
yeah, but the PME engines, they're always putting out good motors and stuff, so we shouldn't be slacking too much.
That's the pro motors, right?
Yeah.
Now, you got a little connection there, don't you, with one of the champion engine builders, don't you?
Yeah, my dad does the engine building competition every year, and they've won it 3 years in a row now. So, yeah, Dad, Mark Smith, and Dennis Borum, they really help us out a lot.
Yeah. Dennis is a regular customer here.
That's great.
He likes our roast beef Italian sandwiches.
There you go.
There you go.
So
plug.
you and I were talking before, and you got an 8-inch tire, which is a small tire.
Yeah.
It's a hard tire, and I just found out 600 horsepower, and you're on dirt. So you're learning a lot. I mean, tell me about what you go through in a typical race.
Yeah, East Lincoln really slicks off too, so you really got to hustle it, and the throttle control is huge on them things. So, it's just being consistent and hitting your marks, and, you can't spin the tires, because if you're spinning them, you ain't going nowhere, so.
Gotcha. You're from St. Louis?
Originally in the Midwest, St. Louis area.
And where are you traveling with this? I mean, are you going to go up and down the seaboard, or what are you going to do? We're
going to run a few races down in Florida for, Speed Weeks next year, and then at the end of the year, we'll run Eldora again in Ohio. And Schrader's track again here in a few weeks. So, I mean, we'll run all over. We might hit some stuff in Virginia and New York and Tennessee.
Gotcha.
We got 8 or 9 states planned for next year, so it's big.
How was Eldora?
Eldora is, it really taught me a lot. It's fast. And
it's kind of like the Bristol of dirt track,
yeah.
Right? I mean, it's big, it's fast, it's intimidating. You carry a lot of corner speed.
Yep. Last year, when we ran the UMP Nationals there was 122 modifieds, and you had to qualify your way in. And I didn't make the show, but They don't mess around up there.
That's cool.
Some serious racers there.
Yeah, no
I remember Eldora before Tony Stewart had it. That was a place where you could run a dirt car and win $1 million a few times. Different years they had that.
Yeah, that was the dream before it was bringing Jeff Gordon and those boys in. That was the Eldora dream.
And they made enough money with entry fees, and they packed that place.
Yeah.
It was packed with people watching that race, and $1 million payout. Too.
Yeah, I went to the last year that Earl owned the place before Tony bought it, and Tony hasn't done much to the racetrack, but he's really fixed it up, the stands and stuff like that, so it's great.
Now, you go to school around here?
Yeah, I go to Mooresville.
What grade are you in?
I'm a senior this year.
Senior, okay.
That's pretty cool to be a senior and driving a 600 horsepower vehicle. I like that. Now, you look at the guys that are out there that are having success right now, your Clint Boyers, your Carl Edwards, Jeff Gordons, the guys, they came from dirt. Do you think that dirt is preparing you better for your asphalt? Because obviously, to get to that level, to make the money, to have the fame, the success, it's all asphalt. Your truck, your ARCA, your Nationwide, your Cup.
Yeah, the dirt racing really helps out, driving a loose race car and stuff like that. You look at Kyle Busch or Jeff Gordon or all them, they're winning races and they're driving it looser than, most of the other drivers. So, I mean, it should help out a bunch, and we're going to find out here soon.
Have you driven anything on asphalt?
Yeah, I grew up running asphalt
Okay.
from 4 till probably last year, pretty much. I ran all asphalt stuff
From 4?
From 4 years old. I started.
What the heck are you doing at 4 years old?
I ran quarter midgets when I was 4 until about 12 when we moved here, and I ran Bandoleros and legend cars and stuff like that.
So you really have been racing as long as you can remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, like quite a long time.
Now,
Gotcha.
have you had any help from any of the NASCAR people at all? Have they been working with you at all?
Yeah, Carl helps us, every now and then. It's hard to get a hold of him right now because of, he's so busy with all this stuff. But he still helps us anytime we need it. And then Steve Arpin, we're going to get one of his cars for next year. He's an ARCA driver right now.
He's a friend of ours.
Yeah, he's going to help us next year and stuff. So that should be cool. And then Ray Evernham, he'll help us out. And it's a great deal.
Ray's having fun just playing right now, isn't he?
Yeah.
And I heard he's taking care of that track. I mean, that track is pretty nice the way I understand.
He's really fixed it up since last year, and he's there every week. So it's like he's helping out a bunch and, getting more people involved and stuff like that. So it's great.
Now, we've had a lot of different racers in here and a lot of different series. Tell me a little bit about the rules. Is it a one tire? Can you make pit stops? Are the races long enough to make pit stops? I mean, tell me about a typical race for you.
Races around here, a local race will be about 25 laps, so it's nothing big, and you won't ever have to make any pit stops. But, we're running, steel heads to try and keep the costs down. They run one tire, and it's a really hard tire, so it lasts a long time. So, you never have to make a pit stop, and the tires last, a few weeks, so the lower budget teams.
Few weeks?
Yeah.
Do you typically run a couple weeks on your tires?
We'll run 2 weeks on a right rear, and then, we'll just alternate them.
Okay.
And then we'll take the right rear and put it on the right front and stuff like that. So it really helps out the people with less money,
That is really cool. And you can run the same tire at the different tracks? It's like a standard tire?
Around here, we're on one tire. It's the Goodyear G65, and it's really hard. So that's just what they're sticking to around here. But when we go to the Midwest and stuff, they run a Hoosier tire, and you got 3 different selections, a soft, medium, and a hard, and stuff like that. So, out there, you really got to spend money to go fast.
Yeah.
Now, do you have, are you on an engine lease program at PME, or do they sponsor your engines for you?
Yeah, they sponsor my engines,
Cool.
and they give us a little money here and there. So, Mark Smith's a great guy, and he's been helping us out ever since Dad started working over there at PME. So, yeah, they're just, right now we got one motor for here and one motor to travel with, so it's great.
Tell us about how many horsepower that travel motor has.
The travel
I feel
motor,
like
it's an
this.
SB2 motor. It's pretty much what they run in the truck series, and it's got a little bit different of a cam, but it's putting out almost 800 horsepower.
So you really have to put a plate on that thing, honestly, to keep the right rear on it.
Yeah,
you
gotta,
probably want to do something, pull the secondaries off, or do something.
Yeah, you gotta really be easy on the throttle.
Well, I hope you don't blow the primary, because that sounds like it'd be fun keeping the right rear on it.
Yeah.
Now, what's the time frame? Is it next year for the asphalt stuff, or I mean, are you going to kind of ease into it this year?
It's gonna be a little bit. We're really not sure yet. We're looking for money and stuff to do the asphalt stuff, so we might try some asphalt late model testing this year and then move on to it next year. But right now we're having fun running on dirt and got a new modified on the way, an Arpin car, so
Cool.
it should be great.
Now, I heard when you win, you do something that's pretty familiar to people, but your posse said you were even better at it than this guy. What do you do when you win?
Yeah, Carl taught me how to do a backflip probably when I was about 8 or 9. He taught me on a trampoline and stuff like that. So, yeah, I tried to do it a little bit better than he does, but he does a pretty good job. He's been winning a little bit more races than I am right now.
How many wins do you have?
This year we've won 6. So we've had a pretty dominant
cool.
season. It's near flawless. So
Is it tough to do a backflip in the dirt? I mean, do you lose your footing?
If you got to stay onto the racetrack a little bit, you don't want to get in the mud and then slip and fall. So
Yeah, but you got a good record with the backflips?
yeah, we never fell yet. So
Cool.
Yeah, I just get out of the car and fall over. That's what I do. I don't want to impress anybody. Well, thank you very much for coming on. We appreciate it. And get a couple wins and come on back and let us know how you're doing. And definitely good luck getting into the asphalt stuff.
yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks
When you
for
look
having
out of
me.
the right side window in an asphalt car, it's bad. When you're doing that, it's not good. So,
Good luck this season.
Thank
I
you.
hope to see you out there.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, and this is Steve Herbert from Papa's Hot Dogs. We'll be right back here from Papa's, home of the $5 lunch.